Today's review is a collaboration between Left-Handed Giant and Stigbergets, a Swedish brewery, and a Bristol brewery. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're reviewing this beer. Nice looking artwork we've got, and this is called Cold Night Air. It is a Hazy IPA at 6.5% by Left-Handed Giant from Bristol and Stigbergets. I'm going to pronounce it Stigbergets because I can reasonably do that. From Sweden, and this is a Hazy IPA. We have Idaho 7, we have Nectaron, and we have Strata. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass, and see what it's all about. I'm quite excited because I haven't had many beers from these guys. I remember having a Stigbergets one that was really, really good, a New Zealand IPA. But, you know, you don't see them that often because they're Swedish, they're not around that much. A lot of the bottle shops don't stock them. Left-Handed Giant, again, I don't buy as much. They are more readily available, and I must admit, I always fancied going down to their tap room in Bristol. But anyway, this beer. Beautiful colour, lovely yellow, light yellow. It's hazy, but it's not thick and hazy. You can see the bottom here, it's a little bit lighter than it is at the top. We've got a finger of fairly sort of soapy head. Don't think that will stick around. Yeah, it looks okay. Let's see what it smells like. Lots of citrus, bit of peach. There's a sort of more earthy, a more sort of green sort of aroma there as well. The Nectaron being that New Zealand hop. Got a bit of gooseberry, grape and that in there. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Lots of citrus though. I think it's very citrus up front. Cheers everyone. Lots of flavour in this. It's very light in terms of its body though. Very light. It's fairly soft though, no sort of high levels of carbonation, fairly soft carbonation, but very light body. Flavours wise, you're getting that sort of stone fruit, apricot-y sort of peach flavour. There is a lot of lingering sort of citrus fruits, especially sort of, you know, on the lemon and lime sort of side. I'm not really picking up much in the way of grapefruit. It's a difficult one to pick out. I think it's just because the body is so light. The flavours don't sort of stick, if that makes any sense. I'm getting a little bit of pineapple in there. I'm getting a little bit of a tropicalness, a little bit of mango and a little bit of papaya and that sort of thing. These sort of green kiwi sort of fruits, or the kiwi hopped flavoured fruits that we get with kiwi hops, it's not that prominent either. There's a slight earthiness, but again, I think that if the body of the beer was a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, they would have sung through a little bit more. But at the moment, then it's very difficult to pick them out. But if I just sat back and sort of pretended I was on a YouTube beer review and just took in the beer, it's really, really quite good. It's so easy drinking. There's lots of real sort of juice flavours. It's difficult to describe. There's lots of juice, but it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what you're getting. But you are getting a lot of flavour. That sort of makes no sense. But there's not one thing that sort of jumps out really. There's a slight citrus. Some of that grapefruit is starting to come through now. There's slight sort of tropicalness and stone fruits. There's a little bit of earthiness in there, but it's really quite subtle. The body is so light, and that makes it mega easy drinking. I mean, 6.5%, it drinks more like 4% really. It's that light. But, you know, sometimes when you get light beer and the beer itself is a little lighter, it's not that thick colour, you lack a little bit of flavour. But there's lots of flavour in here, but it's really difficult to pick out specific sort of flavours really. but it's a very pleasant, very drinkable, very fruity IPA. Yeah, it's great. So check it out. Cold Night Air, Hazy IPA, 6.5%. We've got Idaho 7, Nectaron and Strata in there. Yeah, there's little sort of shadows of all of those sort of hops. But yeah, they don't quite stick. The flavour doesn't quite stick to the taste buds and get that real sort of IPA-esque sort of flavour there. But it's very good. It's still really, it's certainly a pleasant drinking beer and an easy drinking beer. Yeah, I quite like it, but I know I've had a lot better in terms of IPA. So let me know if you've had this. Let me know if you've had anything from Stigbergets recently, or even Left-Handed Giant. Any go-tos that I should be looking at. Yeah, I should definitely drink more of those Left-Handed Giants because they are always available. I don't know why I never really pick them. But this is not bad at all. So let's get some scores. And until then, keep on rocking. Okay, the scores are in for Cold Night Air. It's a Hazy IPA, 6.5% from Left-Handed Giant and Stigbergets, whatever it's called, 6.5%, Idaho 7, Nectaron, Strata. So let's get those scores, shall we? Starting with aroma. Appearance. Flavour. Value for money. And finally, overall experience. Tighten the scores up, we get a recommended, just about, score off. Yeah, not bad at all.